Well everybody, welcome to Marty Motoring and welcome to another Lexus ISF video. I'm here with my 2008 Lexus ISF and it's been a really fun car these last 8 months. And I want to show you and kind of update you on everything that's going on with it, what I've done to it, and just kind of give you a look into the future. So here it is. I just drove it out to my local township building because they have a very nice parking lot. I guess this is where all our tax money goes. But anyway, here is the 2008 Lexus ISF. I am here in southern Pennsylvania. It's York, Pennsylvania. I've owned this car for 8 months now. I've done a bunch of little things to it, and that's what I want to go over. It's been a little while since I've made an ISF video. I just realized that, and I'm like, let me make an update and let everybody know what is going on with this car. Now this car has 149,000 miles, just shy of 150,000 miles, and it's actually in really good condition. The door panels aren't beat up like I've seen on some other ISs around this age. I do have the 𝗙𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪 carbon fiber flat bottom steering wheel. He does leather as well, so I got this leather one stitched in blue, flat bottom, and it's just a lot beefier and better than the stock one in my opinion. Still have the stock paddles. I had a different setup on here, but I actually gave it to my brother who has a supercharged 2008 Lexus ISF that is ultrasonic blue, and I love that color. He sold me this silver one and went and got a kind of way cooler one, I think. I gave him the carbon paddle shifters because it just fit his car a lot better. This is a lot more like OEM plus. That's kind of the look I was going for. I'm running the stock wheels. If you see that, I actually have the stock wheels on because of my future plans. I actually went back to the stock ones and I kind of traded / did a deal with these where they got the Advan Racing RG3s that I have, and I got their stock wheels, which are powder coated stock wheels, which are still BBS. But I do like the black with the yellow calipers and the silver car. It kind of all goes together, so no complaints there. These also had some nice newer tires on it. The car has 20% tint, and even at this mileage, everything works perfectly. It has the 𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗪𝗪𝗪 exhaust catback that is discontinued and just sounds really good. I have one of the mufflers off so you can hear it kind of better. It just has a perfect sound, perfect volume. I have a carbon fiber lip and side skirts that kind of came with the sale, and then I installed them. And then I also have the carbon fiber vent things. I don't actually know what they're called. And I have some custom headlights from my friend Brock. He took some 2011 IS350 F Sport headlights, and we kind of changed everything and put dual HIDs so that they would run well in this ISF. And I did a video on that. I did a video on most of this stuff. I'm just kind of going a broad overview of everything. So the Swift springs are in the front. I have 2011 suspension with Swift springs up front, so it lowers it about an inch. Over here you can see on the passenger side, everything looks great. The seats are pretty good condition. I actually replaced the driver's seat with a car that had only like 100,000 miles instead of 145 when I got this, but that seat's a lot better condition, so it kind of matches the passenger one now. Door cards are really good. And back here I kept it really simple. I was gonna do a walled wing or ducktail and I didn't. I just did the license plate. We did some smoke reflectors, some blacked out badging, and then the smoked VLAN taillights with the red LED. And it just looks super clean, super nice, especially with a silver car. I would have done something totally different with a different color car. It just looks like a clean OEM plus build. That's all I was going for. I do not have headers. I still have the stock exhaust, stock headers or stock exhaust manifolds. I do not have actual PPE headers. That was one thing I wanted to do. And then we have the 𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 catback, like I said, the RR Racing tune. And let's pop the hood. I can show you what's going on under there. And here we go. There's the beast, the 5-liter 2UR GSE. I've gotten to do one oil change so far, so in 4,000 miles, so I need to do another one. Nothing really crazy going on up here. I had all the plastic off, but I recently put it back on. It just looks really nice. We have the Josie kind of elbow. It's hard elbow instead of the plastic, and that's really all that's going on up here. As far as maintenance, I did a video where we did the rear diff fluid, the transmission fluid, and of course the engine oil. And I recently replaced some of the actuators up here that weren't locking correctly, so that's good to go. So this car is finally at like a really enjoyable stage where it's like OEM plus. It's stock, but it's a little better, but it's not too crazy. It's not like super loud. It's not too powerful. It's very controllable and comfortable, and honestly like the perfect budget build. And that's really what I wanted to do with this car. I didn't want to spend thousands on a wrap, and I didn't want to spend thousands on headers. I just wanted to make it a little bit better than it was when I got it. Here in the interior, like I said, very basic. I did some carbon fiber inlays. I put a little vinyl F, which is easy to take off. The F Sport shift knob, they don't have an F one. It's kind of weird. They just have F Sport, but the blue stitching and carbon fiber matched my steering wheel, which is now just all leather. There is the mileage. We do have low washer fluid. I keep getting that. I think maybe one of the sensors in the washer fluid reservoir is just not working correctly. So I keep getting that message. I fill it up. It's good for a day or two, and then it comes back. So nothing crazy. It's washer fluid, but it is an annoying message. So I do want to get that taken care of. Recently got the wheels rebalanced and TPMS all good to go. Pretty nice place to be. It's pretty stock, but hey, for a 15-year-old car, it looks and drives awesome. So let's take it for a rip right now. So with the updates done, let's take a drive and check out how this thing performs, and I'll let you know what's next for it. All right, so we're in the car. It's warmed up. We're gonna do windows down. Hopefully my hat doesn't fly off. Ignore the low washer fluid thing, if you can even see that. That's the only flaw of this car at this moment. Yeah, it's been well maintained. It drives great, and it's just been awesome to have it these past 8 months. Let's show you what it can do here. We'll just hit a couple little back roads. I've been averaging like 18, 19 miles per gallon with highway and city, and that's driving it pretty hard. You can see it sounds really good. We're going to do this so not too much wind noise. It's a nice like 55-degree evening here with sun, so cannot complain. Very smooth, good sounding car that drives really well. These are very reliable and they are kind of rare, so you really can't go wrong. And now it's just like this perfect cruiser car. If we put it in drive, we're just cruising along, it's quiet, but you can hit like 140 in this thing, no problem. Very fun car. You can also do this kind of stuff. We'll leave traction control on because, you know, it's a colder roads and such. Let's just do a little. This thing gets sideways pretty easy, but it's really controllable. The traction control system in this is, you know, it's not the best. This doesn't have the LSD like the later models, but it's still really, really good, easy to control. I almost wonder if it's worth the LSD upgrade if you're not tracking. Some people say it is, but some people say you pretty much only need that for the track. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't really track the car. This is my fun backroads cruiser. That's all it's ever been. Maybe if I was doing some more competitive driving, I would, but I'm not too worried about it. You can see it, we started getting a little sideways action there. Nothing crazy. This thing can be rowdy, but it also can be just super, super smooth and quiet. It's like the best of both worlds, honestly. And that's what the Lexus F is supposed to be, luxurious and sporty. And the transmission is just so responsive to your driving style. So if I'm like kind of easier on it, it'll shift a little softer and smoother. But if I'm hard on it, it'll shift way faster. And I love that about this transmission. It's just so good. But man, this car, it's a sleeper too, because people hear it and they just don't expect that sound out of it. And also, you know, they don't think it's this car, I think, sometimes. You know, you see a little like silver Lexus sedan passing, you're not thinking, oh, that's making all that racket. You're thinking, oh, that can't be that guy. But instead, it's me. So in this video, I said that I don't really get to drive this much. Life has been very busy. I have a 9-month-old daughter. I'm working a lot. I have a house that I need to take care of, and I have other cars that need work and need stuff. And it's kind of been a struggle to actually be able to enjoy this. It was kind of an impulse buy because my brother was kind of back and forth on selling it, and then he said, hey, I'll sell it to you for this much. And I was like, man, it'd be so cool to have an F. I had the IS350 that was black. Then I had the blue one and I supercharged it and it was super fun. And I said, let me sell that and get responsible and pay some stuff off and kind of get used to being a dad and so on. And then this came up and I said, I just need to get it. Being a dad has been so fun and so good and a great learning experience. And I'm enjoying that process. But that leaves me with way less time to enjoy this. I've been driving it maybe once a week to a Cars and Coffee or something like that. And you know, that's been fun, that's been fine. It's just when you have multiple cars and you're paying, I did take out a loan on this and you're paying that, and then you have insurance, and it just kind of starts to add up. And when you have financial goals you want to meet, like paying off debt, hospital bills, maybe a bigger house, it becomes really, really hard when you're on a fixed budget or fixed income. It becomes really hard to kind of progress and move forward and do what you want to do and kind of do what's right for the family. And so I sat down and I really thought, okay, so I built the Sequoia. That is a great everyday vehicle. We took a road trip with that and it was great. I really like that. I don't drive much because I work at home, and that is an okay vehicle to have. And then I started thinking the Scion XB. That's something I bought thinking we would need it, and then we ended up getting another SUV, and it was going to be my daily driver, but I work at home, so it didn't really make sense to have that. So that's actually for sale. And then it came down to the ISF. I was like, this is a fun car. I can keep it around. It's not very expensive. The insurance is a little high because of what it is, but it's nothing crazy. And then I kind of started really thinking, and I was like, I don't really drive this car that much as I enjoy it. And we sat down and figured out our goals as a couple and a family to be able to pay off some of the stuff like college debt. I still have it. I mean, a lot of people I know still have it. And to maybe get a bigger house with a better garage and enjoy the hobby of cars. And I'm a musician. I would really like to have a music room. The current house we have, there's nothing wrong with it. I bought it as a single guy, but it would be nice to have a little bit more room, maybe a bigger garage. As you've seen in my videos, it's a 1-car garage, and it can be limiting at times, and I can't even fit the car in there. So I was like, how do I reset for 2023? I don't want to quit YouTube. I really enjoy making these videos. If I get rid of any one of my cars, it could hurt that. And then I just started thinking, I have to get rid of 2. So we're down to 2 cars because it's just 2 of us and a 9-month-old. And I said, okay, what 2 cars would I keep? What would bring me the most joy? Obviously the ISF, and we have a Mazda CX-9. That's kind of our car, and it's our family car, and that thing's actually really fun. I like that as a family SUV. And then I got the Sequoia, and I was like, this would be great for the lake and trips and towing, and we kind of needed that, and it's really come in handy. I thought about it for months, and I came to the conclusion that I'm going to be selling the ISF. I know it's only been 8 months. I know a lot of people are going to be pretty upset because maybe that's why they followed the channel for Lexus content, but I want to tell you that I plan to get in another Lexus once we get some other stuff sorted out, maybe get a new house, just kind of pay off some stuff that's been lingering that I just need to take care of personally, and just be financially responsible. And you have to make the right moves for your family. Marty Motoring is very much alive, and there's going to be a lot to do. My brother has the blue supercharged Lexus ISF. We're going to do some videos on that this summer. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'll probably ride with him, maybe drive that, do some updates. I do have a shop space that I am trying to set up so I can do stuff for the Sequoia there. I can do all kinds of different things there, bring some friends' cars, do features. And when I have time to do stuff, I kind of want to go towards that. Honestly, at this point, I've done all I can do with this car. I'm not going to do headers. It's just too much of a financial commitment, and I'm not going to do a wrap like I wanted to. I just don't want to put any more money into these cars. So that is my decision. So by the time this video is out, this car might even be sold. But I just wanted to let you know that is the update. Awesome car, amazing car. If you're looking for an ISF, definitely go get one. But for me right now, I'm gonna let go of this car, maybe come back into the Lexus game later with like an RCF GSF. I would love an LC500. Maybe we'll do a cheap project car series because I am on a budget, and if you're probably on a budget too. Maybe we'll do a cheap project car series if I can get something really cheap off Facebook Marketplace and fix it up myself with time and skills. I would like to do that in the new shop space. There's a lot of opportunity, a lot of cool things to be done, and it just doesn't involve the ISF right now for me. I know it sucks, but don't worry. There's still going to be videos coming, but I will have the Sequoia and the Mazda CX-9 to do a couple videos on, and we may have some other friends' cars coming onto the channel. So it's just trying to change things up in 2023 and move forward with a good goal, and that's what I decided. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely hit that subscribe button for future videos. I definitely appreciate it. There's always more stuff coming. I'm not trying to just end this. I've worked too hard and too long to build this channel to just let it all go. If you're interested in seeing family stuff, maybe I'll even do some of those videos too. I don't know. Drop it in the comments. If you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for listening to my rant and reasoning. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep those wheels turning.